Amazing chocolates pretty soon. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nexus. I'm really excited for you. We have a really fun guest today. We have Dana Stefanidis with the Wheelie Good Bike Shop. He is hilarious and fun and a lot of high energy, so I don't even know if I'm ready for this, but here we go. Welcome, Dana.
Thanks for having me, Renee.
You are one of my favorite people to ever see whenever I'm out in this beautiful city, walking around, and there's Dana, and he's always got a big smile for me.
Well, the feeling is mutual,
Thanks.
I want to say. So.
We actually met here at the Focus Suites.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
And that was awesome.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed coming those Thursdays. And
then we would stay and talk about life for an hour.
Or our businesses.
Or two, or three. It kind of went on and on and on.
I can't believe it's been like 4 years now.
Yeah. Okay, well, tell us how you got here. Where have you been? What have you been doing? How did you start Wheelie Good?
So, we are over off 16th and Old Cheney by Culver's, Good Sense, Dairy Queen, Capital Cigar.
Yeah.
All the fun places that really scream, get a bicycle.
Yeah, you're going to need this.
Yes, exactly. And we've been there now since 2018. We are squatting on the place where Joyride Bicycles was. And they started in 2009. So the location's had a bicycle retailer there for, now 13 years. So
people are used to driving over there when they need a bike.
Yeah.
Or a fixer-upper.
Or any repairs.
Yeah.
We do any repairs, doesn't matter, make or model.
When you guys tuned up Mason's mountain bike,
yeah.
He was like, Mom, this is amazing. Thank you for doing that for me. Can you believe that?
I really appreciate getting that kind of feedback.
He was like, this thing is amazing now. Like, I don't know what he did, but it was an old bike, and he just, whipped it into new shape.
Well, there's our struggle with customers and education, and because most of us have this idea that a bicycle is like a toy or a hobby, but it's a machine just like your car or anything else, and it needs regular maintenance.
Yeah.
And Jeff, the mechanic there, he's an excellent mechanic, and he's been trained, he knows what he's doing, and he does an excellent job. Yeah. So we like to hear that.
Yeah.
Because you can look at the bicycle and not know.
Right. I mean, just a lot of people don't even know that they got to put oil on their chain or whatever. Right. And if you've had a bike more than a year, it needs to go in and just have that done, if nothing else. So
we highly recommend just come and visit.
Yeah.
We'll take a look. We're not about pressure. There. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, our tagline is, our mission is simple. We want you to love to ride. So our objective is to get you riding. And if you're not happy with the quality or how the ride quality is or how it's working, you're not going to ride the bike. No. So.
That's true.
Yeah.
And you're really good.
That's really funny. We can go all day.
This is a really great time.
And it's funny that you say that because coming up with a name, we use a local marketing firm, Eleanor Creative, and they came up with the name. And it was really vital for us in the beginning to really be approachable. Bicycle retailers can kind of have
a little bit of a snooty vibe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I know what you mean.
And it's hard to go in there and ask your questions because you can kind of feel lacking in knowledge, don't know the vernacular, those types of things. We really wanted to avoid that and just have a fun name. We're not over there saving lives with heart.
You guys don't take yourselves too seriously.
No, not at all.
Honestly, as a female, I can definitely relate to that. I was at one time a little bit more of an avid bike rider, and I didn't know anything about taking care of a bike or being able to change a flat or anything, and you guys are super approachable, and so I appreciate that as a female, especially because it's kind of a male-dominated sport.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
It is very male-dominated.
Chicks can have a great time out on a bike, too.
Yes, exactly.
And if you used to love to ride your bike when you were a kid, you'll still love riding your bike. It's
you
not hard on your body.
Yeah, it's not hard on your body. It's a lifelong activity. And look at Lincoln, the infrastructure here. There's 150 miles of paved trail just in town.
Yeah.
And
we have an awesome bike system.
Oh, we do. If you look at Portland, Oregon, which has a greater ridership than Lincoln, they have 90 miles is all. Yeah.
Think about how crowded those trails would be.
Yes, exactly. And if you look at all the access in Lincoln with the North Jamaica Trail and going out to Walton, you're looking at another 120 miles of limestone and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's in the middle of nowhere. It is fantastic.
My personal favorite is to Eagle and back. So it's a really easy ride.
Yes.
You can
and there's always
get a refreshment.
Nacho ride on Tuesdays.
But what I love about Dana is he's out there fighting the good fight of really spreading like this education about how fun it is and getting kids started earlier. And you have a new program called the Ride Academy.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Thank you. We are going to start we're in the beginning of Wheelie Good Ride Academy. I did a lot of officiating of youth sports, which you saw me at.
I gave him a load of crap.
Yes.
There was some terrible missed calls. We'll have to get back to that.
Hey, yes, that's for another day. But anyway, I looked at the enthusiasm and the resources and time parents were spending in your youth sports, and I'm like, how about we try something that's something they could do for the rest of their lives?
Yeah.
And I know there's a few opportunities around town that they have instruction with balance bikes for 2-year-olds, starting at 2-year-olds. So we are just kind of following the model that is established in other youth sports, where we're going to start with 2-year-olds and show parents and children, hey, this is a great activity you can do together, and you can do it for the rest of your life, and you can participate in it however you want to.
And not to mention how stinking cute are those little guys on those their feet, and they're just riding around like crazy people. I love it.
Really cute.
It's really cute.
I said all day. And just to emphasize, just being active and getting into things that can benefit a person, not just now, but for the rest of their life.
Fitness is hard to incorporate into your daily life as an adult.
Yes.
For a lot of people, just because you play sports growing up, and so you're active or whatever, and then to find something that you really love to do on a consistent basis isn't that easy. But biking was like the natural fit for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because some people come to it later and not realize, oh, where was this before?
Yeah.
And so we've had enough people in our shop and enough parents, and I'm like, I know your child would really enjoy this, and they receive it really well, and they see it as a way to just help them build some confidence, and it's not that same pressure that you experience in other activities.
True. Very true. Yeah, because at the end of the day, if you go on like a gravel ride, which we should talk about yours coming up.
Yes.
Or any like sport that involves a bike. Like I've done a few sprint tries. It is a really great community, and people just are wanting to finish. It's really not about being the best or first or fast. It's just about doing the ride.
Yes.
So it's a low pressure activity, and you really do get to spend quality time. Like I've had some of the best conversations of my life on a bike.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
There's this zen that happens to you when you're out there connected, getting some sun. But speaking of those events that are just like a bucket list for a lot of people are the gravel events, and there's so many in this area. I always equate gravel events to what marathons are to runners, gravel is to cyclists.
Yes.
Because you can anyone can show up.
Yeah.
You can do the same course as the guy who's going to go out there and kill themselves.
Right.
But if you just finish and you're like, yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
And you get yourself an adult beverage afterwards and hang out with your friends, you're totally stoked.
That's
what's so amazing about
gravel. So if your knees
gravel.
hurt and you're tired of running marathons,
right,
go see Dana and get a really cool bike.
Yes.
And
get a really cool bike.
And then sign up for his gravel ride in September over Labor Day weekend.
Yes, over Labor Day weekend. We are, again, approaching our gravel event as more of a choose your own adventure, just come out. We're going to be in Broken Bow, partnering with Kincaidor. So we just want to have a good time in the Sandhills exploring. There's a lot of competitive gravel events. This is not that.
Yeah.
This is come out, hang out for Labor Day weekend, come with your friends, and explore the Sandhills. Like, this is Nebraska's kind of claim to fame.
Yeah.
And personally, I've never done it, and I'm from here.
Right. I mean, I don't think very many of us on the eastern side of Nebraska really have spent a whole ton of time
in the middle of
exploring Nebraska. There's a lot of really cool stuff to see.
Yeah, there is. And what's really neat with Broken Bow, there's, I guess, some historical landmarks that you can ride to in various locations. And then there's other little microbreweries there, too, which I'm like, that's amazing. Yeah, exactly. You're like, all right, what's
only
the next?
A 4 ouncer.
Exactly. So that is our Twisted Arrow gravel ride.
That's right.
You can find out more information on our website, which again, you can find out what services we offer there on our website. The one I really want to talk about, again, going back to getting active, we try to lower a lot of barriers to getting on the bicycle, and we really strive to help a person get comfortable. So we have technology and training to help people get comfortable. Like the seats or saddles is a big issue for a lot of people. Stop on in.
Yeah,
we can help you out with that. Like that.
There's comfortable seats.
Yeah, there's comfortable seats.
Yeah,
and we can figure out something that will.
There's a lot of little modifications you can do. Like if something's, like if your back is hurting when you're riding, there's probably an adjustment that can be made, and so definitely recommend.
Yeah. I'm like, if you have a bicycle that you really like, but you're just like, I'm a little uncomfortable now because we all change as life goes on. Come on in, talk to us. We'll probably have some kind of option for you or solution.
Yeah.
So.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe you need the fancy clip-in pedals and fancy biking shoes, and then you start. Now you're off the cliff. See, I never do anything just half-assed.
Yeah. Now I get it. We all like to do, all that stuff, but we really try to meet you where you're at, and we want it. Like, where are you going to ride? How far are you going to ride? What do you want to get out of this? Because that's more important for us than you getting into Lycra. You know. Not a lot of people are comfortable doing that. I get it. Because
no.
Yeah.
No never.
Exactly. So if it's just, hey, I want to tool around town and explore Lincoln in a different way, which is really cool, a way to think about it. Or, we got these awesome gas prices.
Or you could get an e-bike, too.
Yes.
With a little bit of a get up and go button.
Glad you brought that up. Now, we, in particular, as a retailer, we only sell pedal assist. Now, there's a difference.
Oh, true.
Now, there are e-bikes that do have throttles, and we don't... Technically, those are not allowable on the trails.
Okay.
Because they become a motorized vehicle with that.
Yeah.
With the pedal assist, you get help. Like, we have that wonderful wind around here, and like today it's going to be hot and muggy. So if you're just not feeling it, but you still want to get out there, that's what's awesome about a pedal assist e-bike is you can still get out there, and you don't have to like kill yourself or worry that you're going to strand yourself somewhere in the middle of nowhere.
Right. Like, what if I ride too far and on the way back my legs are just shot?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's when the e-bike comes in, and you just dial up however much assistance you need, and you just go on.
Those are fun to ride.
They're super fun.
It's just so easy then. Like, it's so great.
Well, and what's interesting is there have been studies done, because a lot of people are like, oh, that's cheating. It's not really. What happens is it actually encourages people to go more often, and they actually get the same benefit as someone who's just riding a typical.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm in the market for a new bike.
I am. But I'm always in the market for a new bike.
Yeah. Supply chain has been an issue for you. I have sympathized with you throughout the last few years. Is the supply chain coming back? Is it getting better?
No.
Yeah.
Short answer is no.
So if you want a bike, like, get on the list now.
Yeah. Come see us now. No one is making any promises. They just say, it'll be here when it's here. And then that's it. And it's been a real challenge because demand is still there. It's just we have no way of really fulfilling it right now. So
Right.
if a person's patient, it kind of has an idea of what they want, and if color and things like that aren't high on the list, then we can definitely find something for you. But if it comes into like you're really wanting specific things, then you're probably waiting 6 months to a year to get something.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it is.
But, I mean, it really should encourage people to, like, if you're thinking about getting a bike,
Yeah, plan on.
yeah, start now.
Yeah, start now.
Yeah.
Yep. Start having the conversation. Sometimes, things come up and we're able to find something quicker than we expected. And I just say, come talk to us now. That way, if that possibility happens, we're already knowing what you want and we can find it.
Yeah. Well, tell us something that you've done in your business
Yes.
that you felt like it was kind of a game changer for you.
What has helped me personally in my business is, one, treat it like a business. Because a lot of people can go into business for themselves, but it really becomes your job.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not necessarily, it can work for you, but you might not get exactly what you're looking for with the idea of entrepreneurship. Mm-hmm. So one of the most important things I did was I needed to get involved with like-minded business owners. Mm-hmm. So that's what was awesome about the Thursday mornings here at
Mm-hmm.
Southeast Community College, because you got to hear from people who have been and they're on their own for a long time, and you get these amazing stories, and you're like, oh, I'm not the only one struggling.
Maybe I can.
Yeah. I'm not the only one having to tell my employees we might not make payroll, because there's a local business owner, and that's one of the challenges they had. But here they are 10 years later.
Right. And you're like, you would never even thought about them not being successful because it was a really successful business.
Yeah, and it's still thriving to this day. And so for me, getting around like-minded people in that arena is so important.
Yeah.
Because when things happen like supply chain shortages or things like that, you can really feel alone and isolate yourself, when really it's more important to get out, talk, because the connections you make, you never know where they're going to take you.
Yep.
Look at us. We met one of those Thursday mornings. Here we are 4 years later.
Right.
And
we started our businesses around the same time.
Yeah.
You started a little before me.
Mm-hmm.
But that's so true. I feel like there was, almost like a class of us that started around the same time. And you really feel truly connected to those people because you experienced the same ups and downs throughout. And, maybe one was having an up, but at the same time, the other one was having a down. And so you can really lift each other back up to keep showing up the next day. So,
it's so important.
Yeah.
It's so important just to
make
advice. Those connections. Yeah, make those connections. Even if you don't think it has anything to do with your business. Yeah. You don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Your net worth is your network.
That's a good one.
Yeah, or your network is your net worth. That's it.
I like it.
Well, is there any last minute thought that you want to leave our viewers with
it's funny because we, speaking of not knowing connections, So Youth for Christ out on 70th, Campus Life.
Yes.
They had a coffee and context about 2 years ago, Christmas time. And it's one of those things, a networking event for businesses. And I was like, why am I going to this? I went. And guess what? It was a really great connection.
Yeah.
Because we're in the process of helping them establish a mountain bike trail on their campus. And it's great because they minister to a lot of high schoolers in the town. And it's just, again, along with our mission to get more ridership, especially youth, get them involved. So, and it's just been awesome. But again,
are you guys still in the planning phases, or are you actually putting it into practice?
Yeah, actually, right now it's being established. Awesome. And what can be super helpful for us is people go out there and ride it. It's open.
Awesome.
It's open to anyone.
Okay.
Yeah, just go out there and ride it.
Is there a sign that they should look for?
No, but you can see it. It's all cut out.
Okay.
And so for us is just go use it.
Yeah, so that it starts getting the
established.
Yeah.
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 Cool. Well, I'll tell my son he'll go take that mountain bike out there.
That would be awesome. Yeah, and have your daughter's friends, and they can go do their thing.
Oh, yeah. Let's take a selfie.
Yes.
On the mountain bike trail.
On the mountain bike trail. Yeah. Because we're so cool.
We're so cool.
I know.
Teenagers.
I know. This too shall pass.
Oh, thank you. Oh, good.
But I tell you, getting them active gets them through that stuff.
True. Good point. Yeah. Get off the couch and off your phone and go ride your bike.
Right. That's
Be a kid.
We were both teenagers.
Yeah.
At one point.
Yeah.
And for me, that's one of the things, I would be upset at home. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to leave and go for a bike ride. I
dare you to go for a bike ride and tell me you don't feel better.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
That's so true.
Yeah,
if you just literally just feel like, about anything, just go ride your bike.
Yeah.
You'll feel a ton better.
Yep. I even say, don't even, give yourself a half hour. Just go for a half hour.
Yeah.
Just go. And don't make it longer than that. And it'll change your world.
Well, there you have it. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thank you for being here, Dana.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's always fun with you.
Yes. All right. You guys have a great week, and we'll talk to you in a few weeks.